Have you ever walked into a room full of people and for a second your heart starts beating so fast? You start feeling like every single eye in the room is locked right onto you. And you start worrying how you look, if your clothes looks okay. You start worrying how you work. And later that night you're sitting at home, unable to sleep, because you kept replaying that one tiny mistake you made earlier. Maybe you tripped over your words, maybe you said something weird, and you convinced yourself that everybody is thinking about it. Here is the truth that will set you free today. Nobody is thinking about you, my dear. You may be asking why. Not because they don't care, because they are trapped in their own movies just like you are. Today we're going to talk about the hidden trap in our mind that's called spotlight effect. And once you get to understand how it works, you will never look at social anxiety the same way again. Okay, so let's start with a simple question. Why does our mind do this to us? Okay, from the day we're born, we were the main characters of our lives. We see everything behind from our own eyes. When you make a mistake, you feel the pain of it right away. When you look in the mirror, you see every detail because we live inside of our own heads and our brains made big mistakes. We assume that everybody is watching us with the same amount of detail. Psychologists call this spotlight effect, and it is that heavy feeling that a bright light is shining right onto you all the time, and it is showing the whole world your flaws. Probably not. And if you remember a weird moment from someone else you know, how much time did you take thinking about it? 5 seconds, 10 seconds? And then you went back right to worrying about your day. So let me tell you about the experiment researchers actually did to test this. A few years ago, they asked the college students to wear a t-shirt with a huge picture on it. A t-shirt someone would feel embarrassed wearing. And they asked them to walk into a room full of people. But before they walk in, they asked them, how many people do you think will notice this t-shirt? The college student guessed. Half of the room will notice this t-shirt and will judge. But do you know what they found after that? Researchers asked the people who were in the room, they asked if they know how many of them will notice the t-shirt. Do you know what they found? A less quarter of the room noticed the t-shirt. So the college student guessed wrong about how much attention people were paying to them. Do you want to know why? Because everybody in that room was too busy worrying about their problems, how they look, and their worries. So everyone is walking around with their own invisible spotlight. So nobody has the extra time to shine the light on you. Now you may be asking, is this normal? Why does this happen? Why do we feel so much pressure trying to be perfect? Society teaches us from the young age to perform. We go to school, we get graded, we look at social media, and we feel like we are being tested constantly. We feel like that one mistake we made is going to ruin everything, is going to make people look down on us. Okay. But here's the secret that nobody is telling you, that the society will not tell you. People are judging you nearly as much as you think. And when they do notice something, it lasts for a few seconds before they move on with their own day. Okay. Think about this. Think about how much energy you waste every single day trying not to look silly. How many things you didn't try because you were afraid of what people will say? How many ideas did you keep to yourself because you were afraid of failing? You are holding yourself back because of trick of mind. So I need you to trick your mind too. You think you are playing a game where a whole stadium is watching you, but the truth is the stadium is empty. So when you realize that spotlight is not even real, something amazing happens. You stop living your life for audience who is not watching. You start building whatever you want. You start saying whatever you believe. You start taking chances on your own goals without heavy fear of embarrassment. So you realize that true freedom does not come from being perfect. It comes from accepting that you're human and other people are too busy focusing on themselves to care about your flaws. Next time you walk into a room full of people and you feel like heavy anxiety is creeping up, just remind yourself that the spotlight is off. Remind yourself that spotlight is not real. So if this video made you think differently, please drop a comment below and tell us the time that you felt like everyone was watching you. And make sure you subscribe, because in the next video of this series, we're going to look at social media trap. That time, your deepest goals and dreams were shaped quietly by other people without you even knowing it. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.